Hello, welcome back, welcome to a new vlog. We are just about to set off to Hoe Grange Holidays, which is a lovely little holiday park, I suppose you would call it, in Derbyshire. I'll tell you more about it once we're there, but I am so excited and so ready. It's been a strange few weeks and I've actually just this morning finished filming with a camera crew, so I'm a bit frazzled and I'm a bit tired. But the next few days are dedicated to relaxation. I'm so excited, so I'm off to pick up Izzy now and off we go. And with that, off we set to Hoe Grange Holidays, which is in this lovely rural location. It's part of a working farm, and on site there are 4 log cabins, 2 glamping pods and also a gypsy caravan you can stay in, so everything you need for a really lovely mini break if you ask me. All of the log cabins have facilities specifically adapted for disabled people and they're award winning, and sustainability is a really big element of the work the team here do as well, which I'm so here for. This is just a little clip to tell you I think I found my happiest place in the world. It's right here, not even joking. I cannot even tell you how happy I am right now. We've just arrived at Hoe Grange Holidays, so we're in the heart of the Peak District, nearish Matlock, but it's very remote, very peaceful, so much green around us. This is exactly what I needed. This is Daisy Bank, where we're going to be staying for the next few days. This is our hot tub where we're going to be for the next few days, and let me show you inside. So you come in here and it's a very wheelchair accessible property. There's so much space. I've brought Janice with me. There's Izzy. It's a beautiful spacious kitchen and look at these views. It's absolutely beautiful. The living room is very, very cosy. We've got like a log effect fireplace here. Lots of cosy seating. Izzy's checking out the board game situation over there. Come through here. It would be very easy to navigate in a power chair of my size. That's the first thing I noticed. We've got one of the bathrooms here with a why did that come out weirdly? A whirlpool bath, which I am very, very excited to use. Never tried one of these before. And then we come into the first bedroom here, and these are, I always forget the right word for them, but they're like profiling beds. And I've actually got one of these at home, and it's where you can adjust the head and the feet to come up. And that is one of the most helpful things I find for my pain and fatigue, so I'm over the moon that they've got that here. Nice little dressing table there, and again this beautiful, beautiful view, and there were horses walking around here earlier. Oh look, it's there. And then next to this room we have an accessible wet room. So it's got all the facilities you might need. It's got the grab rails, and there's a load of extra stuff you can request on the website that I saw. And they have a local company nearby, so if you let them know what mobility equipment you're going to need, they will request that and have it ready for you when you arrive, which I just thought was amazing. And then we have a beautiful master bedroom here. It's just these views, they're everything. And it's all so beautifully decorated. I think that's what makes it. I've always wanted to stay in a log cabin like this that has just this kind of aesthetic, for want of a better word. It is so cosy, so beautiful, and I'm very excited. We're just demonstrating the accessibility features, and you just did it with such purpose. Look at that, there we go. Have you considered a career in QVC for the disabled?
I'm considering it now.
Beautiful, beautiful. You call the number on screen and we'll give you one for half price. I think I'm delirious today. I don't know what's going on. We're just saying, like, things like this are great because if you're like me and you're a bit chronically fatigued, you're not having to like bend down and pick stuff up, and like all the grab whales. Grab all the grab rails are strategically placed, so you can transfer on either side.
The sink moves.
The sink, okay, right.
So you can do your left or your right hand side transfer.
Which is perfect. I cannot brain today.
Sorry?
I've deliberately got my phone here because my skin's having a bit of a flare up, so I don't really want you to see it right now, although I'm sure I'll get over it. But this is the nicest spot to get ready I think I've probably ever seen. It's got a nice light mirror here, and then look at this. Even with the fog, it's just such a gorgeous view. I'm having a bit of a moment. I feel very lucky right now. I also didn't document this yesterday because I just crawled into bed and fell asleep because it was a long day. But this is the comfiest bed I've slept in for a very long time. And I must have missed a trick here because I have one of these profiling beds at home, but mine is nowhere near as comfy as this one. The only problem is it does make it very difficult to get out of it because I think I could pretty much just lie here all day. But we're going to get up, we're going to get out, we've got people to see, places to go, hopefully some kittens to meet today. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, now I get to tell you about what was one of the absolute highlights of my stay and probably my year, which is this off-road wheelchair. There are two models of the Boma 7 wheelchair you can rent on site. One is controlled by handlebars and another by gear stick, which is what I'm personally used to. And I found these wheelchairs so comfy to sit in and so easy to drive, which I wasn't really expecting. Although because the turning circle was a bit bigger than what I'm used to, as you can see here, I did have a bit of trouble with reversing and changing direction at first. But this was particularly awesome because just at the back of the site is the High Peak Trail, so we got to make the most of that, which I absolutely loved.
You having fun, Pippa?
This is the best thing I've done in a really long time. I wasn't expecting, well, I knew it would be good, but it honestly feels so amazing to I don't even know how to explain it, just being outside and there's no way Janice, my power chair, would have been able to get here. And it's just the coolest thing. It's so good. I can't even deal. Let's go. It's just a really little thing, but where I am at the minute, we've been going along this main path, and if I was in my wheelchair, I wouldn't be able to come onto the grass and look at something a little bit closer, whereas we're just at these this kind of rock formation here, as beautifully modelled by Isabel. And the fact that I could just kind of easily come off the path onto my grass and get a bit closer, onto the grass and get a little bit closer.
She goes into the countryside for one day and she thinks she owns the place.
I am a countryside person now, who would have thought it? But it's just little things like that and it's making me so happy. It's bringing so much joy.
You can edit this, right?
Yeah. I just keep noticing little things about this place as I'm going about my business, and it's just stuff like there's the coat hanger, what's the word for it? Hooks for your coats, coat hooks, that's the word. There's one here by the door as you come in, and then there's a lower one at a lower level, which would be presumably a lot easier for wheelchair users. And it's just little attention to detail like that. We keep spotting it everywhere. It's just really cool. We have had such a wholesome day. It is almost unbelievable. We've had an off-road wheelchair walk. We had a cooked breakfast first of all. We've come back and had a vegan cheese selection box type thing. Been sat with hot drinks by the fire. So I mean the only natural progression from here is to go in a blooming hot tub. So there are hot tubs with these lodges, and fitting in with the whole eco-sustainability element, they only set those up for you on demand if you've requested it, so they're not wasting water or supplies. But we have said we're going to do it. It may be November. It may not be the most sensible decision I've ever made for my health, but if you think I'm going to miss out on going on a hot tub, in a hot tub outside a log cabin, you should think again. Yeah, I think
Sorry. Continue. You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank
it's
you.
Amazing.
Thank you, I appreciate that. There must be other people with chronic illnesses who have certain symptoms or things that happen that can't always be explained. I've even talked to medical professionals about this and I don't really have an answer. One of my weird things is that if my body temperature changes from hot to cold or cold to hot too quickly, I have almost an adverse reaction. It's very, very strange. My joints swell up, I pass out sometimes. I didn't tell you that, did I?
Bloody well didn't.
It's going to be fine. No, because the hot tub, we've worked it out. I know exactly how many steps I need to do to get in. I'm going to have all the towels laid out so I can get my feet elevated straight away. And it's going to be fine. It's going to be... It's going to be fine. day. Well, that came out a bit strange, didn't it? I'm still waking up, I think, but it looks like it's going to be a much brighter day today. So we're going to try and get the off-road wheelchair and do a similar walk to what we did yesterday, because apparently there's some really nice views up there, and because it was so foggy yesterday we couldn't really see as much. So that's what's on the agenda for this morning. I think we're just going to try and replicate as closely to possible what we did yesterday, because we had such a lovely day yesterday, and it feels really nice that we've got a whole other day to make the most of here today before we go home tomorrow. I've recommended this book lots and lots of times before, but if you're into YA, I think Lauren James is one of the most unique YA writers there is out there. This is the second time I'm reading this book, which is The Quiet at the End of the World, and I think it's even better the second time around. It's like I'm blitzing through it. It's such a good book, so unexpected and so unpredictable. Really, really cannot recommend this one enough. And look how pretty it is as well. Added bonus. This is a silly hat. The thing that's really hitting me with all of this, I am just in the middle of a road, by the way. I'm just in the middle of a road with an off-road power chair. Izzy's there eating some festive Colin, the caterpillars.
They're delicious.
Good, I'm glad. A lot of the struggles we have when we go away is that we don't drive and we don't have a car. But when you come here, on the one hand, if you do have a car, there's so much good stuff in the area that you can get to. Would be a really lovely day out. But we've just been fine. Like, there's so much in the area where you can just get out and not need a car to explore, especially with stuff like the off-road wheelchair. So if you are somebody who also doesn't drive and you're worried about whether you'll be able to fill the time, it's not been a concern for us at all. It's passed quite nicely. Just a nice chill thing, do as much or as little as you want. And my hand is extraordinarily cold right now, so I'm going to turn this off and put my glove back on. I just need to show you what Izzy got for my birthday, because look at this. This is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. I love Winnie the Pooh. Look at that. And she also got me this Joni jumper, which I'm going to put on now and tell you about, because there is a palaver behind this. So the light isn't doing it any justice, but this jumper, I've been trying to get hold of this jumper for probably like 3 months now. I'm vlogging, it's alright. How long have you had this?
About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks? Oh, okay, that's fine.
It's a very recent find. It came back in stock like not long ago.
So Izzy got me this for my birthday and I love it. I love Joni jumpers. They are, if you've never tried them before, the quality is something else. So I'm very happy about this. I'm feeling very festive now. She'd be squatting. Well, we are all packed up. I'm very sad. I don't want to go. We've had a really lovely time, haven't we?
It's so good.
Had high expectations and it's met all the it's exceeded the expectations. It would be gorgeous at any time of year, but I love that we came at this time of year. The cabin has been so cosy. It's everything I imagined when all those years I've thought, oh, I want to go and stay in a log cabin at winter. That has been exactly this. It's been so lovely. What's been your favourite bit?
Ooh, I mean, it's got to be the off-road wheelchair.
Same.
Just to do something that we didn't really think that we could do
ever
together.
Yeah.
It's been lovely.
And something like, for once we've got to do something that you really love doing, that kind of thing, and we've actually got to do it. I've actually got to join in with it. It was worth, I would come again. Obviously there's so much I would come again for, but I would come again purely for that off-road wheelchair, because it was such a cool experience. Loved it so much. Worth travelling for, I reckon.
Oh, 100%. You could so easily spend a week or more here. I don't think you'd struggle for things to do. And if you just want a bit of a
escape.
I hate that, like, it's really cheesy, isn't it? Like, you know, that, like, just escape from the city. Because we are pretty much in the middle of nowhere, really, aren't we?
We are.
Just the two of us. And there's enough people around that you don't really see anyone else, but there's like a presence of other people that you don't feel like, you know,
that's so true.
Kiddos, get your axes.
I've told you about getting the axe out.
I know, I'll get the chainsaw next time.
Okay, much better. I haven't once, because I've had no emails, no social media, no work. That was my goal that I set for myself for the grand ripe old total of 2 days. Go me, wow.
It was a stretch.
It was a stretch.
It was a stretch.
But I've not thought about the outside world for like the entire time we've been here. I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it's an excellent thing.
Yeah, really blooming enjoyed it. So grateful we got to come. I will be writing a review, and when that's up I will link that below. That will be my full review on my blog. But just wanted to say thank you so much again to Hoe Grange Holidays for having us, David and Felicity, and the cats, and the chickens.
And the horse.
And the horse.
And the sheep.
And the sheep.
And the cows.
And the cows. So thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, you can subscribe if you want, and I will see you next time.